Hello, hello, hello. Welcome again to the studio. Yes, yes, yes. Remember, this is Skill Acceleration Bootcamp. Yes, we've been having amazing sessions since yesterday. And if you are just joining us, I wouldn't say you have missed, but just keep learning and keep on applying, right? Very soon we just want to be putting information on the Telegram channel to ensure that more of our gang, more of the members of the gang can join us to ensure that they also benefit from what we are dishing out here. Guys, I'm excited. You guys turned up for 12 noon session. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Our facilitator, Musa, did amazing. And this very session is a build up of that very session because he made mention of pitching your idea. Pitching your idea, very important, right? Very important. And we have a facilitator right here who is going to expose us to all that we need to know about pitching your idea to be able to access the funds and the partnership that you deserve. You know, Skill Factory Africa is all about ensuring that you don't only have a passion to start that business, but you also have the tools, the skills, and all that is necessary for you to begin to create sustainable impact in the society. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to dive in to read her bio so that we understand the pedigree of a facilitator. Ladies and gentlemen, Chidi Koldsweat is the founder, donor for African Foundation, a grant management organization working actively to provide long-lasting solutions to development challenges on the African continent. She is an international development professional who provides guidance to governments, philanthropy organizations, non-profit and social enterprises. Guys, I'm going to run this. We've shared this bio on the Telegram channel. Ensure to read through it to understand where our trainer is coming from and to see that she has a lot to give to us today. Chidi Koldsweat, has raised over $750,000, trained over 400 plus non-profits, and reaches over 16,000 unique accounts weekly on her social media platforms, in her enterprise also, as well as the amazing impact that she's creating. She's also putting it out there on her Instagram page. So hurry quick to follow her, to engage with her after this session. She has just received the social media for social good awards under the NGO category. Recently, she was a panelist on the first ever global historic panel on women leading in the time of COVID crisis. Guys, we have a lot to give here today, guys. A lot to give here today, and our facilitator is super pumped up to begin to give us all that we need to get started, all that we need to access the funds, and all that we need to create sustainable impact in the society. If you are just joining us, I want to see you in the comment section. Yes, we are live. Powerful profile. Yes. You are getting the gist. guys. Outstanding profile. Awesome. Esther Idabo says Sabi Nation. Yes. This is the Sabi Nation. Yes. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see the energy. Yes. Let's keep it coming. We are ready. Our facilitator is excited to be with us, right? And she's going to take us through this journey. And please, I want to beg you, turn off every distraction. Get your pen, get your pad. I also run a social enterprise, and so I know how important this knowledge that she's about to give. I know how important it is. So please turn off all noise around you and get your notepad and your pen, and make sure that you are documenting all that you learn here and applying them, because it's not enough to learn. You have to apply what you learn. Guys, yes, I can see the emojis. Yes. Woo! I want to dance. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome
Oh my
our
gosh.
trainer for this session,
Thank you.
Chidi
Thank
Koldsweat.
you.
Welcome very much, sir.
Thank you
Welcome. It's
so
great to
much,
have you, man.
Andrew. Una
Yeah,
ginger
we are
na
super
another
pumped
level.
up
This
for
is
you.
ginger the ginger.
Yes, yes, yes. We
Welcome
are excited to have
everyone.
you.
Welcome everyone. Welcome and thank you so much, Victoria, and your powerful team for this invitation. It's always a pleasure to have these conversations. I like money, you know. Let me sing one song for people. If you don't get money, hide your face. Make I hide my face, you know. So money is an important component in the work that we do, whether in business, whether in non-profit, whether in social entrepreneurship, right? And today I just want us to talk about money. How can you find money? How can you use money to increase the impact of the work that you're doing? My name is Chidi Koldsweat, and I run an organization called Donors for Africa Foundation. At Donors for Africa, so far we have raised over $349,000 for non-profits on the African continent. As Chidi Koldsweat, over the course of my journey, I have raised over $750,000 in fundraising. And it is not a walk in the park. For the past 1 year, we have trained over 500 nonprofits. We have reached constantly over 16,000 organizations. And I tell you, I am so excited to see what young people are doing in the continent. So today, borrow me some of your time. Take away from this session the how to. I don't know how to inspire anybody's aspire. I don't know how to inspire you. I want you to take action. That is where I will know that what I have done today was useful to anybody who is listening. Take action, right? After the whole ginger web that we are gingering ourselves, take action. Just tell yourself one thing, it's only one thing and one thing alone that I am going to take action on, and you will see the amazing impact of that one thing. Awesome, guys. So let's quickly get into it, right? I will be interfacing between two different screens. Today we're going to talk about money, accessing funds, and preparing a winning pitch. You can access, I'm going to be focusing on how to access funding for your organization and then how to prepare. So where is the money? And then when I see the money, how do I position myself and my organization to access that money? Our conversation is going to cut across people in the nonprofit sector, people who run businesses, and people who run social enterprises. So I have made this point very relevant to everybody across the sector, even if you run a for for-profit making business. Now, you've heard about us, you've heard about the work that we do, you have our profiles in your hands. Please follow us at Donors for Africa. That's where we share all the juicy details. That's where we talk all the money talks. Recently, we were able to fundraise and we'll be delivering support to one of these 9 organizations that you find on your screen here. They went through our innovation bootcamp and now they are going to be receiving funding. How did I make this possible? Of course, through the grace of God, but I will be sharing those practical tips with you. They are going to be practical tips. Today, you would learn what donors look out for. What is a donor looking for before they choose to put money in your pocket? How can you position your organization to access the money in their pockets? And then how do you write a winning pitch deck? I was told Musa talked about pitching. Yesterday, we've had 2 days straight, 23rd and 24th, of a very enriching pitching experience. So how do you prepare for a pitch when you want to approach that donor? What are the do's and don'ts? And then we will take your questions and your answers. So this is where I'm going to start off from. 70% of the nonprofits or 70% of the organizations that you may or may not know about, you will not believe the money of the people you are looking for is in the hands of you and I. 70% of the funding available around the world, including DFID, including USAID, including the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, any funder you can think of in the world, it will shock you to realize that 70% of that money is not in the hands of your funder. It's in the hands of individuals, your friends, your family, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your loved one, private sector companies. The money you are looking for is in the hands of these individuals. But what has happened over time is that a lot of us are competing for the money. Imagine 70%, that means 30% is being split between the corporate organizations, the private sector companies, the government, the international funding agencies, and the local agencies. So our greatest power when it comes to fundraising remains in the hands of individuals. So my very first question to you, why are we so focused on the 30%? Why are all of us fighting and searching for the 30% when the larger amount of money is in the hands of the 70%? Is it that we don't know? Is it that we don't know, right? Is it that we don't know that the money is in the hands of the 70%? Number two, for you to be able to run or access funding, you must first of all understand these 10 things I'm going to share with you today is going to form the basis of our conversation around fundraising. Number one, you cannot survive on grants alone. You cannot survive on grants alone. You cannot survive on investment alone. So what that means is you need to begin to reinforce your capacity to generate income internally, either as a private sector company, a non-profit, or a profit-making business. Number two, not every organization is the same, right? Before you can access money, you must understand why organizations give. Why does the government call for a bill of application or a request for proposal? Why do private sector companies ask us to send proposals for programs and events for sponsorship, right? Why did our funders choose to fund today's conference or today's meeting? Why does NGOs and the smaller non-profits and foundations, why are they giving you money? Look, when you understand why these people are giving you money, you will know who to meet to give you money to meet the needs of your organization. When you understand why an organization is giving funds, you now understand what to present to that organization when you are looking for money to run your business, start your business, scale up your business, invest in your nonprofit, whatever reason it is for. Number one, when a private foundation, so a private foundation is like the Aliko Dangote Foundation, right? It's like the ACT Foundation. Those are what we refer to as private foundations. People like Access Bank, you know, they are corporate, but they also have a non-profit arm of the work that they do. Those people give you money because they want to do good. They have philanthropic goals and interests that they are willing to give money for, right? For corporations, they tend to focus on branding, on visibility, on corporate social responsibility. So what this means automatically, right? For grant-making organizations, they want you to focus on your impact. What is the impact you are having in your communities? Now that you understand what these different people are looking for, I'm going to make another example of your private investors. What are they looking for when you come to them for money? Return on investments, increased profits, increased interest. So what this simply means is that when you're approaching them for funding or sponsorship, you must make sure that you are offering them what they are looking for. I will take it again. You must make sure that you are offering them what they are looking for. You cannot have someone who is interested in increasing their brand visibility and you will now start offering them impact. That's already a disconnect. You cannot approach a sponsor who is looking to give you, who is looking to increase their profit and their interest. You cannot approach that type of sponsor for what? Philanthropy gains. So when you are clear about how these institutions give, it should inform how and what you offer them in return. It's very, very, like, this is one of the most important things I think I can tell you today, because what has happened over time is that You approach a private sector company and then you begin to tell them about impact, you want to be seen as making a difference, they are not interested. Their brand. How are people going to network about the products that they can offer these young people? That is an visibility. Now, with that being said, let's move to the next presentation or to the next point. Number 3, you must understand that grant writing, fundraising is an extremely competitive process. It is an extremely competitive process. So that means you cannot be running your business at a mediocre level. You cannot be running your organization at a mediocre level. Why? Because the competition is fierce. So what are some of the things you must have at the back of your mind? If you're not registered, you are not seen as a serious entity, or you are not even seen as an existing entity in the first place. Number 2, do you have a compelling mission that is compatible with the focus area of your donor? Do you have a compelling product that is compatible with the interest of your investor, right? Do you have a strong leadership? What is the evidence to show that you have a strong leadership? How many projects have you launched? How many products have you put out in the market? How have people received the products that you have put out in the market? Like I said, I'm trying to find a balance between non-profit and for-profit making businesses because the principles are the same. Do you have a strong leadership? For non-profit, how transparent is your leadership? Are you the A and amen, the yes and the no, the first and the last? All the funding opportunities or all the signing for grants or whatever, it goes through you. You approve 5 million, you approve 1 million, you approve 50,000, only you. Who is your check and balance in your business? It's important to your investor to see that you have some sort of track record to show that you are running a very transparent leadership system. Again, do you provide high quality programs? If you're a non-profit here and you're not following Donors for Africa, I can tell you with all boldness that there is something missing in the work that you're doing. Because we will point out to you what defines a program that has quality. How do you rate or evaluate the impact that you are making in your field? It's not enough to give food to the poor, to teach students. All those things are not enough. They are great, right? But it is not enough. So what do you need to do as a non-profit or as a for-profit making business? What do you need to do to ensure that you are delivering your services at the highest level? Why will I want to associate with a brand that makes me look like a local brand in quotes? So those are some of the things you need to begin to look at rather as you are implementing your projects or programs on the sector, right? Again, another thing you need to take note of, do you have a successful track record? Where is the evidence to show that your product or your solution works? Where is the evidence to show that that product you have put out in the market is a life-changing product? Have you made Gary and groundnuts a very accessible product to take when I'm hungry? Have you reduced my stress when it comes to preparing what is it called? Banga. Is there an already made equally healthy banga available in the market that you're looking for investors to come and scale up? What are you producing that is adding value? And what is the evidence to show that that value exists? Then do you have measurable results? For non-profit, what is the result in the field, right? How many people have you impacted their lives? How many communities have you visited? It is very, very, very important that you show evidence. You know, the good book will say, bring forth your strong points. Come and show me that you are deserving of this amount of money. That you are asking me to give you or me or the other, how is your financial system being tracked? I want to know that when I give you 1 point something billion dollars, it's not going to disappear tomorrow. And these are like some fundamentals that we need to start working. So if you're here, you're running a business or you desire to run a business, start with the most affordable. I keep telling you, people, don't focus on the things that are, maybe you don't have an accountant, I don't have money to hire an accountant. Go and get Flutterwave. Go and get Paystack. Go and get Wave. When you sell 50 naira, you put it on there on the platform. 50 naira sold. When you withdraw money to pay for maybe ads on Instagram, let there be a record to show that money got into the business and this is how money was sent out of the business. So it's important that you have a very strong financial track record to evaluate your progress and the monies that you are generating in your business or in your non-profit. Know your numbers. Hey, God. Know your numbers. I cannot emphasize this enough. This one is so important. Know your numbers. You cannot be having a conversation with a potential donor or sponsor when at the top of your mind, you don't know your numbers. Victoria has launched this amazing platform. Do you know, for everybody who signed up for free, do you know that there is a cost implication to it? Now, that cost implication, do you understand how much it is costing your organization? Right? For the 7,000 plus people who signed up to the different sessions for this particular event, how much exactly is it? How much does one event cost? How much does the entire event cost? Who is paying for this? Is it the skill lab or is it the sponsors? Who is paying for it? How much does it really cost you to quantify your intangible assets? Things like your knowledge, things like the information you share. How much do you quantify it and how much does it cost you? Those are some of the very important things you need to put into consideration. Never assume that these things are being delivered for free. It costs something. If she was to pay all her facilitators, for example, how much did it cost to pay all your facilitators? Let's say you gave everybody 50,000 naira honorarium, multiply that by the number of speakers you have had. That's what it's costing you to host or to have this particular, that's what it's costing you to generate or to get your speakers to come and deliver their trainings. Per head of every single person on this particular call or everybody who signed up to this process, how much is the cost of each of these trainings for them? There has to be a cost, and you need to know that cost by heart, so that when you are asking, you can ask from a very informative or educative point of view. You can ask the person saying, I know my numbers, this is what it is costing me, and we are doing it at absolutely no cost, no financial cost, right? Something else I must mention is that you must do your homework. Never, ever, ever approach a grant maker, a potential investor, or a funder unprepared. And what do I mean by that? You need to have all your documents ready. I just finished a session with over 2,000 plus young people from across Africa, right? It's called the Moremi Initiative for Leadership. And while I was at that session, I said to them, look, it is very, very important that you understand how to approach your funder. There is no excuse about whether you are young or whether you are old. It's only in Africa that we still have that mentality that we are young, right? So I want us to begin to think about ourselves from the perspective of the foreign child. That's the person you are competing with. And that's why I genuinely don't believe that I have any competitor on this street. In my mind's eye, I believe that I am competing with myself and I am competing on a global level. So that means I should be delivering my services. I should be delivering my products and services. I should be delivering my programs on a certain global level with global standard. So it's very important that you understand how to approach your funder. And let me tell you what I mean by being prepared. There are certain documents, certain documents, every business, every non-profit, it must be saved on your desktop. You see your certificate of incorporation, scan it today, put it on your desktop. Your business plan, scan it, put it on your desktop. Your most recent account, scan it and put on your desktop. Your personal profile, scan it and put on your desktop. Your international passport, scan it and put on your desktop, right? There are so many things I can list. But do you know why I say that those things are very important? They are very important for one simple reason. I have lost out on an opportunity simply because I didn't have my international bio page photocopied and kept on my phone like I always do. I had swapped phones from this phone to this phone, right? And of course, you know how it happens. Apparently, my bio data page did not move to my new phone. I was at the shopping mall and I had a sick son who was throwing up at the mall. And I got an opportunity on my phone to say, Chidi, send me your international passport right away. My brethren and friends, I started searching. And then it hit me that I was searching on a new phone because I had not transferred the information like I would always do. And guess what happened? The person was getting on a flight. He needed to send my information before he gets on the flight. I don't know how long his flight was going to be. I was able to send it after he got on his flight. But of course, I didn't get that opportunity. I don't know what that opportunity was, right? I don't know if it had an opportunity, if it had the chance to change my life, the trajectory of my life forever. I honestly, genuinely do not know, right? But the most important thing is that going forward, I have those documents like this at the palm of my hand. There's nothing you are looking for that is not on my phone. So that's what I mean by never go to your funder unprepared. You should have your impact reports right in front of you. For people who run businesses, you should have your, this is 2020, you should have your 2019 impact report in front of you. How much sales did you make last year? How many products did you sell? Who did you sell this product to? An average of how many people bought your products? In what countries or in what localities? That's what I mean by an impact document. You have it, PDF. Go to Canva, put it on some nice, do some nice things on Canva and keep it. That's what I mean by never approach a grant maker or a potential investor unprepared. I don't want to delve too much into that because it's quite big. Now, you must also realize that one size fits all approach, it doesn't work. I see a lot of people who prepare one proposal. They send that proposal to Zenith Bank. They send it to Access Bank. They send it to First Bank. They send it to Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. One document. How? The way we are all different on this platform, that's exactly how our needs in business and in the nonprofit sector and in the hands of your funder, that's how they are different. So you want to ensure that you are personalizing and communicating the value of each of these funders when you approach them for potential sponsorship or partnerships. If you're approaching somebody with something that they cannot give you, or if you're approaching the wrong person with the right documents, there is a huge disconnect. So that means you need to be able to research your sponsors, research your partners. Guys, don't send the same proposal to the same company. Don't do it. You are already jeopardizing your chances of being supported or sponsored for that particular opportunity. Now, for you to get the grants, you have to find the right match. Like I said, if as an investor, I only give money to the oil and gas business, oil servicing companies, ferries, and oil-related businesses, and your organization is into, let's say, manufacturing, and I have no business investing in manufacturing, you can come to me a million times. I will continue to say no, simply because that's not what I'm interested in. So you need to be able to identify the sort of projects that your partners or your investor invest in. For nonprofits, go to their websites. You will see it there. What are their areas of interest? For a foundation like MTN, for example, MTN has a vendors platform where nonprofits have to go and sign on to before you can access any money from the MTN Foundation. But a lot of us, we keep sending out email, we send proposals. You can see why we are not getting the results that we want to get when it comes to fundraising. So it is important that you get the right organization that is funding the specific activity that you're involved in. I'm going to take a break here. Guys, are we on track? Do we understand? Are we following? Does this make sense to you? Are you taking notes of the things you need to improve on within your organization? I really hope you do. Let me quickly run through because we still have a couple of slides to go through. This one is another one I have observed. Ask for the right amount of money. People, you can't be going to somebody who doesn't give more than $10,000 and you're going to the person with a $50,000 pitch. Are you seeing that there is a problem? If somebody gives $10,000 and you're going to the person with a 15,000 naira pitch or $15,000 pitch, make sure that you are probably covering the $5,000 and you want the person to make up with their own $10,000. That's how you approach a funder. Ask for the right amount of money. I have received proposals where after I went through the proposal, I'm asking myself, okay, so what do you want me to do with this document? Many a times we forget to make the ask. People even recommend that when you send out emails, make your ask in the first paragraph. Why are you writing to me? Because you're going to assume at the back of your mind that I'm going to read that document from start to finish. Hell no. Sometimes I do speed reading. I pick up a document and I just do like this, wah, wah, wah. I go to the top, I go to the middle, and I go to the bottom, right? So if you put your most important information somewhere in between all those messages, how can I see it? So make sure you put your most important information at the beginning, first paragraph. Dear Mr. Kende, thank you so much. My name, sorry, that's in the body of the email. On your actual letter, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, XYZ organization, I would like to make a request of $5,000 for being sponsorship for the XYZ project. I have told you what I want. Then I can now start telling my story. Don't forget to follow it right after with impact. Over the past 3 years, we have done this, we have done this, we have done this. We are now looking to scale this project into other parts of Africa, and we believe it's going to be an exciting opportunity for you to get your brand into other parts of Africa. That's a conversation I'm now interested in. The title of your email is another different conversation, right? You can do something like, let's try to think outside the box. You can put something like, Donors for Africa. I can help you triple your money in 1 year. Donors for Africa. Let's help you scale up your impact. I don't know if you understand me, or you can make it exactly the reason why you are writing them. Request for sponsorship for XYZ program. Whatever we do is very important that you ask for the right amount of money, right? I'm going to quickly move on. Guys, are we on the same frequency? That's pretty much what's involved when you're looking for money. I had to find practical tools because it's like trying to squeeze an entire course into a 30 minutes presentation. So I decided to focus on what I know are practical tips. I don't like inspirational conversations. I like hearing how. So I hope I have shared with you practical tips you can implement in your next document when approaching a potential sponsor. If I successfully did that, please let me know. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Awesome. So now you have finished writing this fantastic document. You have connected with the right sponsor. You have connected with the right partner. It's now time for you to make your pitch. Okay, so how do you prepare a pitch deck? The first thing you must realize is that a pitch deck is a very brief presentation. Keyword here being brief. The pitch deck is supposed to be a guide. It's not supposed to be what you should be reading from. Your pitch deck is your guide. That means you have to master your conversation by heart. You need to know what you want to talk about by heart and let your pitch deck guide you. For the next set of presentation, I have done it like a pitch deck so that you will have a visual understanding of what I mean, almost like an actual document to help you get the work done. Now, my page 1. A funded pitch deck is clear and simple, easy to act on, very compelling. I recently conducted a, we just finished our pitch competition at DFA, and I can tell you that the most memorable pitches were the ones who came to pitch one specific program, one specific product. Come and focus on that one thing. Keep it clear and simple, easy to act on, very compelling. Now let's talk about the slides on your pitch deck. Number one, introduction. Your very first slide. Introduction. Who are you and why are you here? Keep it short and sweet. My name is Victoria Awana, and I'm here to speak to you about the premier skills wanting camp for young people in Nigeria. On to your next slide. Don't come and start telling us, Victoria Awana, I am slim, I am tall, I am fair in complexion, I'm wearing a low cut. A few weeks ago, I was sick. Unnecessary story that gets muddled up in the important factors. Keep it simple, sweet, short, straight to the point. Right after your introductions, I want to know who is behind your organization. Tell me about your team. And this is where I need to reiterate the importance of a strong team. The profiles of your team member will reassure me of your credibility to deliver on that mandate. When you tell me this person has been in the oil and gas sector for 16 years, look at what this person has achieved while they were in that sector. It is a lot more comforting than when you tell me he has 2 years experience fishing in Bonu and we are about to start this oil and gas business. I'm like, huh? Okay, have you run an oil and gas business before? No. Do you have any information about oil and gas? Not really, but I'm willing to learn, sir. Hell no, I'm not putting my money in there because that means I am already setting up myself to fail. So, number two, introduce your team. Show the people behind the idea. People love to see collaborations. They want to see that it's not a one-man show. It's not me, myself, and I. It is Ubuntu. Me and you for us, right? After your team, tell me the problem you want to solve. 60% of young people are prone to pregnancy because due to poverty. 900,000 children die every year due to lack of access to healthcare. There are over 200 and something million people in Nigeria without jobs. Be specific. Don't tell me about all the different problems that you do. We know that you solve different problems in your organizations. You have different products, but you must have the wisdom, the discretion to select the right project for your pitch. That one project, that specific project that you want them to know about. You need to come across as someone that is focused and relentless in their resolve on an issue. After you talk about the problem, this is why a funder would choose to get involved in your project. They have experienced the same problem. There is a clear sense of a return on investment. Given their professional expertise, they can understand it. These are the reasons why people will jump on board your project. So right after that problem, tell me about the solution you are creating. What makes your solution so special? Why is it different from what every other person is doing? Victoria is not the first person to do what she's doing, but why is this different? What is the unique advantage of the product that you are pitching to a potential sponsor or funder? That's one thing you want to take into recognition. Number 5, what is the solution? Now that you have told me the advantage of your product, of your solution, maybe it is innovative, it is creative, it is out of the box. We are taking education to the streets. We are not setting up schools. We are using churches and markets and public places as our location to deliver teaching and learning to the average child on the street. That's the advantage of your solution. Then you tell me about the solution itself, right? How are you planning to solve this problem? You must be concise and clear. You must show me that it is a scalable idea. This is something I can implement in Taraba, Jalingo. This is a product that will be useful in every part of the world, right? Show me the scale of impact that your product can have. Because if I know that if I give this girl 5,000 naira and I would reach 5,000 people, but if I give the same 5,000 naira to Laide I will reach 10,000 people. Who do you think I will put my money in? So I want to see how scalable that idea is. Can I bring in a radical investor that would triple the benefits of the program or the project? And then is this the right time? For some people, I would always say this, sometimes the ideas you have, they are either behind or they are ahead or they are right on time. So irrespective of the response you get when you approach a potential sponsor, always know that these three factors come into play. Are you doing something that people have done and they have abandoned? Something that they have done and done and done and it's no longer innovative? Are you doing something that is right on time? It is needed. Case of COVID-19, you're producing something that is needed. You're asking for money to scale up something that is needed right away. Healthcare, something that is needed. Educational sector. Or is this a futuristic solution that if we can do this now, this is what will happen in 2 years, and this is how we'll be positioned to make that impact? Solution. How scalable is your idea? How scalable is your idea? I'm sure the ladies are taking, I'm sure Victoria and her team, they're taking note of the questions, right? And I would respond to it as soon as I'm done. I want to ensure that I deliver to the best of my abilities, and then we can now spend a bit more time taking questions and answers. Now, my products, right? How does your product work? If it's a physical product that you have to show, you need to have an image, or you have a demo, or you have, if it's a digital platform you're launching, I need to see how it works, right? You need to have that on your presentation. Show screenshots of your products. Show quotes from existing clients, people that have tried the product. Oh my God, it's the best Ofaku I have tasted all my life. It's the best session I have had all my life. What those feedback do is that it reinforces the viability of the idea that you are sharing. It reinforces the viability of the idea that you are sharing. Number 7, traction. Traction means having a measurable set of customers that serve to prove your potential, right? Talk about the impact of your product in the lives of your consumers. How many consumers do you have? How many did you start with? How many are you presently? What's your projection? What are you calculating will happen in another 1 year? Traction. I want to know that I'm putting my money into something that will give me traction. Market need. How important is this product? Excuse me, we went through the phase of sanitizers. Then we went through the stage of face shields. And we keep going through different phases in the market. How relevant, how important is your market need? How important is your market need? Know, or at least attempt to predict it, the size of the target market, so that they are very well aware. I spoke earlier on about competition. I'm not asking you to start stalking your competition, copying and pasting everything that they do. But you need to be aware of who does what you do in the market. And I tell people, if you cannot find, if you come and tell me, no, this is a groundbreaking idea, nobody has done it, I'm going to be setting the pace, my sister, you have not done your research. If you research well, there is somebody somewhere in Germany that has done this thing over and over again, and they've moved on from it. So who are your competition? What is the competition like in the market? Do you have a first person advantage? Do you have a demography advantage? Do you have a niche area advantage? Who is your competition? How do you compare with them? You have to know that fact. Do you know why you need to know? So that you can know what you can innovate on or you can scale up on, right? So that you can know how you can, when you know, okay, this person does pictures, right? And she uses a white background, very beautiful. Oh, wow. But I also want to launch my own similar business. Can I try green background? Can I try red background? And all of a sudden, maybe you now do a blend of yellow, green, and red, and the pictures are like, oh my days. Or maybe you now come across an app that once you put the app on the pictures, it changes everything about the picture. That is your innovative approach. So you are selling the same product. However, you have introduced an element that can generate a huge followership, right? So know your competition, but don't focus on your competition. I personally, I unfollow them. That's my approach. It doesn't have to be yours, but I unfollow them. I don't concern myself with them. However, I am fully aware of what they are doing. I am fully aware of what they are doing. So that's what I expect. Be fully aware of what they are doing, but don't be buried and start doing monitoring spirits. You now be going, hey, what did Victoria post today? Oh, hey, you now go and use repost. When you copy, you repaste. You will not change one or two things and put on your page. Tomorrow, you do the same thing. Come on. Victoria will constantly be ahead of the game because she's creating, she is generating, she's not sleeping, she's researching. As you are copying and pasting, you will continue to follow her. So it is important that let me see what she's doing. Phenomenal work, amazing. Okay, I'm taking this thing to Yenagua. How am I going to make this an equally impactful project in Yenagua? That's how competition should make you feel. You take the weaknesses of one brand and you turn it to a strength in your own brand. I'm going to move away from that now so we can rush or wrap this up quickly. I have about 1 more minute to go. Then what's your business model? Whether you're a non-profit or not, this question has become consistent. How are you generating money? How do you plan to make money? Tell me how you plan to make money from this idea. I don't want to believe Victoria doesn't have a strategy around income generation from this idea. Maybe not now, maybe in 6 months, maybe in 1 year, but there must be a sustainability bit to the project that you are implementing. I run a non-profit, but we have a sustainability model. In fact, it is quickly becoming the core of the business, right? We have a sustainability model. We found a problem and we have identified a unique way of meeting the needs of our beneficiaries and meeting the needs of the people we serve, profiting from it, yet making an impact. Everybody must have a business model that consistently generates income. Remember what we said earlier on under fundraising. You cannot rely on fundraising to build your business or grants. If not, my sister, you will wait. So you must generate your own income. Investing. Let me quickly leave all this because it's pretty much, and then don't forget to include your contact details. As important as this is, I have seen it happen over and over and over and over again. The devil is in the details. Oh, people have applied for jobs in our businesses, right? There was no phone number to reach them on. The email address was bouncing back, but we received the email. But the village people chose to show up when it was time to contact them. I beg you, this is a very important. Don't forget to include contact details, alternative phone numbers, alternative email addresses. Don't just put one. Alternative email addresses, because breeze used to blow. Breeze will just blow like this. Before you know what is going on, your email will not deliver. Your phone number will not be going through. Don't allow village people to come after you. Like when they mean your matter, nothing will be going through at that point in time. So you want to ensure that your contact details are correct and that you are accessible and that you are reachable. Finally, let's quickly take at least 1 or 2 slides on some mistakes that people make in their pitch document and then what you need to do. Like I say, tell a story, limit each slide to 1 idea. Look at the presentation I did now. I told you I was going to do it in a pitch format. Stick to one slide and 1 idea, right? Make a fantastic impression. Make a fantastic impression. Show the people behind your idea. Watch the colors that you use. Colors mean different things. Green means something different. Blue means confidence, and you can trust me. When you see a blue presentation, it shows that you can trust me, right? I want to come across as somebody you can trust. The choice of my font is deliberate. You can see we are not hiding. All those things matter, right? Make a good first impression. Be consistent in your presentation. So this is what I mean. Look at how I divided it into sections. The presentations I did under my pitch slides are completely different from the presentations I did under my do's and don'ts, but they are in synergy. Don't come and have yellow, green, blue, cross like this. You now have another thing. So you are doing design. I'm a graphic designer. you just confuse the person that is looking at your document, right? So please, it's very, very, very important, it's very important that you ensure that you are consistent in the flow of your information. Know your metrics better than anyone. There are some very intelligent people in this world, though. Hey, God Almighty. Some people can read math. Like when you say 500 million, they can calculate the 500 million for the next 15 years and they will not be wrong. So I beg you, study your numbers. You don't even have to be the one to prepare it. But when they prepare it and give it to you, study your numbers. Know how much each line item is costing you. And then finally, don't use too many bullet points. Don't make it too long. Don't read word for word on your script, because then it tells me that you have not mastered what you are teaching or what you are pitching, right? It shows me that you don't understand what you are trying to deliver. Then don't create a rich text, right? Have a blend of text and photographs and powerful presentations, right? Because people cannot read and listen at the same time. So give people one thing to focus on per time. Don't go unprepared. Don't use small fonts. And most importantly, be very confident in your ability to deliver. Focus on your confidence level, and you cannot be confident if you are not aware of the information that you require or that you need. At this point, I'm going to drop my pen in the basket of love, and I'm going to wait for your questions and answers, and I can only hope that you found this session very useful. Thank you all so much.
Yeah. I was just writing, writing and writing. Guys, what are we going to say to our facilitator for this session? Come on, I want to see it in the comments, guys. This has been amazing. Ma, you have done so well in simplifying. You've done so well in simplifying this the topic that has been given. It's super exciting to learn all the in and outs of assessing funds and making our business sustainable over time. Thank you very much for this. I will just run through some of the questions I was able to document while you were speaking, and then when we are done with that, we'll just move on to the next segment.
Absolutely.
So asked that how many products do you need to have before you start a business? Like, how many products do you need to have before you consider whatever it is that you're starting, before you consider it a business?
Yeah. I would genuinely say sometimes, so this depends, right? Let me speak for both sides of the divide. For people in the non-profit sector, you can have a lot of programs, right? And then for people who run businesses, you can also have a lot of products. I'm saying that because there is a uniqueness in the market. Sometimes you have a high-priced product, it doesn't appeal to your demography, and then you now need to create a low-priced product, and then you would observe that, oh, wow, my low-priced product is actually making more, actually getting more traction from my low-priced product than my more expensive product. So the way I would respond to that question would be, number one, you need to test the market as much as possible. And testing the market means you may need to design different product offerings to understand what matters to your demography. For example,
making our business sustainable over time.
When we, for example,
I will just run through some of the questions I was able to document while you were speaking.
There's so much interference.
When we are done with
so thank you so much for that. It was actually distracting. For example, right, when we started at DFA, we started at like really affordable products, but all of a sudden we soon realized that, hey, you have people who are the entry level, but you also have people who have been around for 20 years, 30 years, and they are willing to make a viable investment. So for us, we had to create different product rating and allow people pick what they need. So that's pretty much what I would recommend. While you are still trying to stamp your feet in the market, it may be best to test out different products and see how people will receive those products.
Okay, great feedback. Thank you very much for that answer. Awesome. So I'd like to go into another question. Someone asked, he said, do I always have to show my team when I'm pitching an idea or when I'm pitching a business? Do I always have to, have the team of people I'm working with, when pitching an idea? Because sometimes we start off with just the idea and then we come up with our plan and everything without, the people that we want to work with. So what do you think?
It's very important to show your team. You can't be a one-man squad, even if you're just starting out. Guys, come on. You can't be a one-man squad. Do you know why? Let me tell you the importance of a team. When you have a team, it shows me that you have explored different parts of the problem. And I will say this, let's assume I'm in a meeting with Victoria and yourself, right? And I come up with an idea and I say, oh, you know what? Let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Based on your level of experience and exposure so far, you tell me, the people I serve, oh, this is what I have come to understand with how they do their work. Oh, wow, really? I would fine tune. When I speak to Victoria, based on Victoria's experiences in the sector, she will tell me, from my journey in XYZ, this is what I have seen. In fact, I spoke to a few friends and this is their feedback. I will adjust. So when you have just one person on a team, it shows me that you have probably not thought through the idea, right? And I keep saying that one person does not have to be somebody you pay, but there has to be somebody you consult with. There has to be somebody who, let me call you and rub mine. So even if the person is not a financial partner in your business, even if you're not paying the person a salary, you have to show me that there is someone that you engage with, maybe someone at a certain level, a coach. There has to be someone. If not, it just shows me that you are running a one-man squad and it's most likely you have not looked at all the sides. Most likely you have not looked at all the sides.
Awesome. I think it further helps us to enrich the kind of experiences, the products, and also the projects that we are dishing out. Thank you very much. It's been an exciting time. We want to ensure that these guys are engaged. So please, we are going to be engaging with your social media platforms. We are going to be asking questions, because what we are trying to do now is to move on to the next session. So we're going to have all these questions that are being compiled. We're going to have it forwarded to you, and we are going to give your Instagram link to the participants such that they can engage with you on your platform and ask all their questions. So guys, please, we would like for you to, your last word before you go.
Okay, so my feedback, my last words are going to be, first of all, I'm going to say, when you send me the questions, right, I'll be happy to do an Instagram live on this particular set of questions if they have them. I'll be happy to do an Instagram live to maybe talk a bit more about them. Number two, in response to your question and as a final feedback, guys, see, you can't be building anything that will not cost you something. It will cost you your time, it may cost you your resources, but it's going to cost you something. Every vision is going to test the person who is carrying that vision. Your vision will test you to see how far is this person willing to go. How bad do you want it, right? How bad do you want it? So my feedback is going to be consistent. Want it bad enough. Work hard for what you want. Don't become lazy. A lot of vision and dreams have died in the boat of laziness. Don't become lazy. Try as much as you can to build something that may appear impossible, but it is something that is going to cause a ripple effect if you do it, right? So I don't know. I have a lot to say, but I'm going to leave it at that. Please ensure that you find the boldness to talk about the dream and the vision that you carry. Ensure that you can do the work and you are consistent and you follow through. Sometimes someone may be smarter than you, but they don't have your level of doggedness and perseverance. Because you persevere and because you are dogged, no matter how smart that person is, you are going to do way better than the person. Simply because you are following through. It's when you're beating somebody. Every day you're beating me, I'm coming back, you're beating me. You will get tired of beating me, because I will show you that you go beat me or you go tired, but I'm coming back tomorrow. We'll come to an agreement, right? So guys, that's pretty much my recommendation to you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much, Victoria, for the invitation, and I hope you guys found value Follow us at Donors for Africa.
Awesome.
I'm not going to tell you anything about us. Go and
So
follow
guys,
us on Donors for Africa. You get all the information there. Thank you.
So guys, amazing session with Chidi Koldsweat, the founder
Donors
of
for Africa Foundation.
Donors for Africa Foundation, and we've been having such an exciting time here, learning, and seeing someone says they like your vibes. Amazing. So guys, our facilitator has just promised us a live session on Instagram. So we're going to communicate based on our schedule. We're going to communicate all that needs to be communicated to you on the Telegram channel. So ensure that you always check your Telegram channel, right? We are going to be coming up again quickly by 4 p.m. Please do not go anywhere. We're going to be coming up again by 4 p.m. for the next session. It was surely an amazing time with you, Ma. Thank you very much. And my name is Andrew Binewaka, and I'm going to be engaging with you personally also. Do have a great time, Ma.
Yeah, you too. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
on behalf of
Skill
Factory Africa. Yeah, on behalf of Skill Factory Africa, we say thank you so much and God bless you. Everyone, if you're watching live, I want you to go on Instagram right now before our next section and follow her. I'm going to be dropping the link to her profile on the Telegram channel. I want every one person to engage. In fact, she's somebody that inspires me and I learn a whole lot. This class she taught today is something you should pay for. I mean, she gave us a full class, so we're very, very grateful. Ma, God bless you.
Thank you so much, Victoria, for having me.
Yes. I just did the dance. Guys, let's go and engage on Instagram. Let's ask our questions. Let's ensure that whatever we've learned here today, we are communicating it on social media. We are using the relevant hashtags. We are tagging the relevant accounts. Guys, I am super excited for what's coming next. Make sure that you do not anywhere. Stay tuned and stay blessed.